I'm Sarah. I'm a junior at Belmont Abbey. I'm in the Hintermeyer program and I'm on the volleyball team.
And I'm Nate. I'm also a junior at Belmont Abbey and also in the Hintermeyer program, and I play baseball.
We met freshman year and we both moved in early. So I moved in early for volleyball. He moved in early for Hintermeyer. And he was helping one of my suite mates move in. And I saw him in her room and I just kind of went in and introduced myself to him. And that's where it all began.
Yeah, love at first sight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I knew that it was love at first sight. She took a little bit more convincing. But I mean, it was totally worth it. So I definitely was the pursuer in this relationship. But well, it started the first time I actually asked her on a date, but it was more just as friends at that point, was to the first President's Ball our freshman year, because I found out that she had never been asked to a dance before, and I'm like, what a better way to begin this this pursuit was to ask her, and she said yes. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun together, but I at that point was a little ahead of myself because I knew that she was the right one for me. I knew that I wanted to pursue a relationship, and so I asked her out on an official date, and then started trying to move to that next step really fast, which didn't work out the way I had planned. But
I was like, let's be friends for a semester.
And I ended up asking her out. It was 3 times, I think, before she actually said yes. So that was an experience. But like I've told a lot of people, I would do it all over again, because where we are now, it was definitely worth it. But we actually started dating February 21st of freshman year. So second semester right away. I think that Christmas break is kind of what did it for us, is because we realized how much we missed each other and kind of were so used to being around each other. And
I really wanted him to meet my family, and so I was that's a big part of my life. And so he asked my parents, and I wanted him to get to know my sister. So it's after that, it was pretty much set.
Yeah, it was pretty much, once we all got along and kind of got on the same page, that's when it really came together.
Well, being Catholic is awesome, in dating life, just because it sets that foundation. And just being a part of Belmont Abbey in general, and the Hintermeyer program, we didn't really have to ask questions too much of okay, so what kind of religion are you, and just kind of all the hard questions. We kind of knew each other, what each other's beliefs were and stuff. So it's very helpful just starting out, I feel like.
Yeah, well, and I feel it also helps with dating with a purpose, more as your typical high school or college relationships, where it's kind of fast paced, with all these immediate gratification or needs or this satisfaction right then. But I think being Catholic, it really helps kind of establish a means to an end. We're dating with a purpose. We're dating with the purpose of marrying each other. And it also has helped because I feel we've really strengthened our faith together too, because the Abbey has the Adoration Chapel, and so through the Hintermeyer program we have our Adoration Hour every week, so I feel that really helps. And having the Basilica and the monks on campus and everything, that's really helped. And our friendships too. Our friends have really helped us. I would say that having friendships outside of our relationship is very important, because I would love to spend every second of every day with her, but at the same time I think it's important to have that focus on people outside, because part of being in a relationship is friendship anyways. That's where we started, was through friendship. And so it's a very important part of our relationship, but also having those other people there too, because ultimately we'll be spending all this time together, but I think it's important to kind of have the love and support of friends as well, because friends is what brought us together in the first place. That's how we met, is through our friends.
Exactly. And just having a good Catholic group around, the Focus Missionaries, we love them so much, and just being able to dive into our faith with them, but then also bringing that back to our relationship is just very eye-opening and very much needed. So
being an athlete and trying to maintain a strong relationship there's a lot of like prioritizing that goes through, and like scheduling I feel like has been a very big part of our relationship, because whether it's you know, like passing classes or like a 10-minute, 15-minute conversation, or even, you know, scheduling like a date night per week or like a couple dates a month. Like, it doesn't matter like how little or how long the time is, because we're spending it together. So it's just like, as long as it's meaningful and, you know, like we're getting like, you know, that love and support that we need or like offer each other in that time, that's what really matters, I think.
Yeah, and like it's like very intentional time. Just because like, yeah, I have practice in the morning, he has practice at night in the afternoon. So it's like you gotta find that time and like be dedicated to working with each other, because it can be hard. And it's like, if you're not willing to like sacrifice like some time like with other friends, or like, you know, maybe make it work so you can see everyone at the same time, it's like, it's a lot of just being very flexible with each other and with friends as well. So but it's definitely doable.
Yeah.
Definitely doable.
It is.
Our relationship would be very different if we didn't live with virtue, I feel like. Just because just the basic, like in college it's hard, and like if we didn't live with like chastity and like sobriety, just those two alone change relationships so much. And just because, just kind of going back to like everything is so like fast, and like so many mistakes can happen when those things are involved, and like it's just like very cool just to like not have that in a relationship, and just to build each other up in virtue.
Yeah, I mean, virtue definitely has helped us out a lot, because I think what has set our relationship apart from a lot of other relationships, in both like the length and duration of our relationship, and just, you know, how we interact with each other and the type, and with others, I think that's really helped, because it's kept us on like this straight path, you know, just like guided by, well, I mean, like she said, with like just chastity and sobriety, those are probably like the two biggest struggles that college students deal with, I think. But I think just overall, it's really helped us, you know, live like Christ, but also like guide our relationship down that road as well. Well, for me, just through experience, I would say that some advice for me for Catholic singles and those who are dating is make sure you take the time to get to know the person first.
Be friends first.
Yes,
and then
be friends first. Like,
put no pressure on yourself, you know, and it's like, just keep bettering each other up, and like, it'll go from there. Yeah, but definitely have faith as like the center of the relationship too, because I think, you know, well, I mean, like in my experience with like trying to further our relationship, if I didn't have faith, I mean, we may not be together right now, because a lot of like prayer and like advice, you know, was given in like my pursuit of a relationship with her. And I mean, you know, most people say the third time's a charm. Well, in this case, it was the fourth time is a charm. So definitely, it makes sense, and it made sense to me now to take that extra time to actually get to know someone first. And because that way it's a lot easier to further a relationship that's already strong than it is to start a really like strong and committed relationship before you have established anything.